Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all invited to go fucking mental on this motherfucking drop. The countdown has just begun. Are you ready? Let's go.
Now we're back from the dead.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we are going to be doing another story time video, which is going to be like sort of like a little update with what I did in one of my other stories, on my other like compilation story times, I guess you could say. But yeah, this is pretty much going to be like an update, and this is going to be a very long video because I'm going to bring some back from here so I can bring back from like the last video, so I can have like an explanation for this video and to sum up all my thoughts on this. So this is going to be the story time of when my friend Turtle and my other friend, well, used to be friend, it's kind of confusing this time around, you'll find out later in the video, but and my kind of friend, I don't even know anymore, I'm not gonna say his name, and how this whole bull crap started. So this is how it's gonna go. So it starts off with this thing called the Johnny incident. So here's the gist. The person who we were all against, I'm gonna say all my other friends' name besides this person, so you can get the idea of who he is without getting confused. This person had like a friend that he spilled all of his emotions to. His name is Johnny. So Johnny takes all the emotions that Johnny takes, and then he gives it to Marquise. The term Marquise, I already said this in one of my other videos. I hate him. He's an asshole. So he makes fun of the person for it, and it makes him feel really bad. But they're so blind to realize that he got the Marquise got all of the information from Johnny. Me, Turtle, my other friend Mike, my other friend Kane, and my other friend Zach. We're all like one big squad, and we're trying to get him to stop and to stop being friends with that person. But because we're trying to let him know that he's a fake friend, and he's just like, "Oh no, what are you talking about? Johnny is not a fake friend. What is wrong with you? This and the third." So it becomes this whole big problem, and then it just stops entirely because it ended with the person saying, "Well, if you guys don't," sorry. So if you guys don't want me to be friends with Johnny, you guys can fuck up. Not actually that he said, but it was just like a summary of what he said. So it became that issue, plus this mall incident. You'll get all my thoughts on this later, but so it starts off with like, so we the squad besides me wanted to go to the mall. They all decided to go to the mall, and Joseph was like, "Oh, I want to go to the mall," but he was late with it, and it was at around the same day where it was all going on, so he was trying to figure stuff out late while they were trying to go to the mall, and they were just like, "Sorry, but you like are kind of late," and they pretty much leave him. So at this moment, the person texts me, because I'm kind of neutral at this point. I don't really care about what's going on, it's kind of mutual. And he tells me about it. I'm like, wow, that's actually pretty shady. I didn't expect that of Turtle or anything. Now, fast forward to this doozy. So I'm going to go off of text messages at this point. At this point, I'm going off of text messages from here on out. Everything is justifiable from the text messages. Strap in for this one, because this is a doozy. So my friend Turtle wanted me to tell you well, almost said the person's name, wanted me to tell, wanted me to tell the boy that he should talk to Zach because Zach was getting pretty ticked off at the moment because the person kept on ignoring all of us, except for me and except for Cave and Michael. So I started off the conversation by saying this to the person. Turtle and Zach. Zach wants to kick your ass because you keep ignoring him, and he's getting really pissed. So if you want to keep that face of yours, talk to them. And what did Turtle do? The person said no. I said, why? I said, look, I know you're hurting. This is going to get really emotional. I'm not going to get emotional, but it's going to go back to what I had to deal with in 7th grade. If you haven't seen my bullying video, I suggest that you watch it if you want to get some intel on it. But the summary was, the person I was very desperate to be being friends with because I had no one else to go through, to be friends with. Other people didn't care, and I was pretty much on my own. So I was desperate, and I stayed being friends, even though they were not good friends, and they tried to hurt me. But anyway, his name is Jimmy, the person who was the asshole. But I said, why? Look, I know you're hurting right now. I have gone through what you're going through right now. I know how it feels to have everyone against you. I know what it feels like to be alone. And I know how it feels to be thrown to the side and hated by people you once had as friends. I'm not like Marquise and Johnny, and if you want to tell me your true feelings about something, I will respect it and I won't tell a soul. I want to be there for people because no one was able to be there for me when I needed it. Locking your feelings up and throwing away the key is not a wise decision. I've learned it the hard way. You can't just not be friends with someone and then not tell them what angered you about what they did. I'm not saying you should make up with them, and I'm damn sure not saying you should go back to being friends with them. I'm not like that. I only wish that you tell both of them your honest feelings of them and why you feel that way about them. It hurts when your close friend starts hating you out of nowhere and doesn't tell you what the problem is. It hurts the person. And it makes their imagination run wild with the endless possibilities of what's wrong with them. It makes them feel like a shit person, and it most certainly won't diminish what the person is doing wrong that made you want to drop out of their life. And I know what you're thinking. No one is making me do this. Not me, not Turtle, not Zach, and not anyone. This is 100% me, and me alone, all the way down to the bone. I said all of that. And then he responds, I know, but Johnny isn't like that because he's so blind to realize that Johnny is a fake friend. I said, regardless whether he is or isn't, that's not my point. He says, I'm still never going to be friends with Turtle and Zach, never ever again. I said, I could have sworn I said that in my text. I never said you had to be friends with them. But I think it was pretty fucked up of you to drop out of their life without giving them a proper explanation. I mean, it made you seem hypocritical to mention how fucked up they were. But you also turn around and be just as malicious and shady. At least be rational enough to flat out ignore them. You know what? You're right. Turtle. So, this is where it gets crazy. So what happened is, the gist is, so Turtle wanted to seem like he was a good person. And what he did was, what we both did, was that we both actually wanted to do something. Ugh. So what we actually did was, we wanted to test Justin by saying how, we were going to, damn it. Shit, I'm gonna have to edit that part out. Yeah, I said the name. I don't know if you noticed, but I said the fucking name because I'm gonna bleep it out. But I told Blake, so me and Turtle said that what we were going to do is that we were going to, test the person, that we were going to test the person by, like, saying something about, like, me saying that, oh, Turtle is a fucking asshole, and, like, made it seem like Turtle was going to make me do something to that person to make him feel like crap. So what you're seeing here is actually me acting. I said, I said, you know what, you're right, Turtle's a fucking asshole. Literally, he just tried to make me do something for him, to make you get all upset and make you feel bad. I was trying to stay neutral, but this is getting too unnecessary. Do you want his password to his account? Turtle gave me this password. So it wasn't actually anything shady. It was like we were like trying to test him. He said, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but you can get back at him for all the things that he did to you. But in the end, it's all up to you. What do you say? He says, no, you can do whatever you feel is right. I will just stay with the people I want to stay with. Are you sure? And I said, are you sure? He just fucking asked me again, do you want to see the messages? This is your chance, maybe you can get him back. The person says, sure, I don't want to get back at him. I said, okay, give me a second so I can show you the messages. And I said, so you aren't what we thought you were. Good job, we have respect for you. He said, okay, what do you mean we? And I said, me and Turtle faked that whole thing to get you to fall for it, to see if you were going to be malicious or not. It was a test. Don't believe me, I'll see the messages to prove it. And I sent everything that me and Turtle responded with. I don't want to say it, but yeah. You say you're. He said you're. Just stop. I don't like him anymore. I said, come on, man. He didn't do shit wrong. It was Zach. Turtle didn't do shit wrong. The person said, no, I already brought it up to the principal. Oh. You know, I'm still going to do my what I feel about this at the end. He said, he said, I already brought him to the principal. I'm done with him and Zach. I said, you did what? He said, yeah, you know what I did. I said, Justin. He said, what? I said, why? He said, because it got out of hand. I said, what got out of hand? The only thing that got out of hand was you and Zach. Why did you push it to this point? He said, because I had to. I said, why did you have to? Turtle only asked, what were you doing? Zach was understandable, but Turtle did nothing. Turtle didn't hack you. Turtle didn't talk trash to you on Snapchat. He fucking did nothing wrong. That was all Zach. Other than the mall and the Marquise and Johnny incident, it was all Zach. You literally already told your parents. You had to tell the principal as well. And I said, I hope you're fucking happy with yourself. And he said, I'm as happy as could be. I said, why are you happy that you fucked up the relationships you had with all of your friends? Now all you have are the fake ones, that being Marquise and Johnny. He says, Johnny isn't fake, and whoever said I was friends with Marquise. I said, you spill your emotions to Johnny. Johnny tells Marquise, and Marquise makes fun of you. Why do you think he knows all of your emotions? I mean, you didn't tell him. Johnny isn't a good person. I've dealt with people like that, and it fucked me up in the end. I dealt with people like that, and I almost killed myself. Yes. You heard that correctly. I almost took my own life because of shit like this. So this is where it starts to get serious, and this is where it starts to make me angry for what he is about to say. I said exact fucking people like that, and I was in the exact same situation as you. I was desperate because I had no one else to turn to, no other friends. He said, no, that's not how it is. And I said, they kept hurting me, and I kept coming back to them, and they hurt me again, to the point where I spent that whole day and night crying to myself about it. Crying so hard that my eyes were dead the next day of school, where I once again get tortured by the people I considered friends. He says, why would you ever think of killing yourself? That's stupid. And Turtle said the exact same thing, and they never hurt me. I just happen to get into an argument with Marquise every day, and everyone is tired of me and him arguing. That I didn't care about everything else that he said. The one thing that seriously made me angry was he said, why would you ever think of killing yourself? That's stupid. That set me off. I said, did you seriously just say that suicide is stupid with a straight face? How dare you? You said that me and Turtle said the same thing. Then that means we both wanted to save you from going through the same thing. Suicide is what you resort to when no one is there to fucking help you when you're in need. You're in a black void drowning in your fucking problem, and you're grasping for a hand to pull you out, but no one is willing to help you. So you take your own life because you think no one will care. No one cared when I cried because no one. Because my one friend said he didn't care if I died or not. So why would someone care if I should die? That's how it feels. He says, and I quote, this made me very angry, and this is why I didn't want to say his name. Which is why I'm going to bleep out everything every part that has his name on it. That I said, when I said his name is getting bleeped out. He says, I think that is stupid that people do that when you can just tell your family members about it and they can help you. And I said, it's not that simple. Would you want to tell someone you were having drinking problems, or that you were gay, or that you had drug problems? No, it's the same deal. Literally, it's the same deal. It is not that simple for you to just tell someone. And he says, I would tell someone so I don't freaking die. I said, it's not as easy as it sounds. He said, yeah, it is. It's as easy as a piece of cake. And I said, were you ever in that position? He said, no, but I don't want to. I said, so you wouldn't understand the mindset of the person. Think of it this way. If you already felt like a burden to other people, why would you tell someone to put stress on them and then feel more like a burden? I highly doubt you want to make your mother or father cry, do you? And I said, I'm done with this conversation. Because he made me too angry to the point I was so very close to setting off. So, update for today. So, today what happened was he was, so the principal called down Turtle and literally just like, Major took his course and it like, was pretty much a done deal. I was talking to like other people involved and my thoughts on it and everything. So now you're about to hear my thoughts. I literally said this to Turtle. I said, and I quote, because this is in the morning where like this was getting out of hand, and I said, well, I'm gonna have to bleep that out too. I said, blank definitely wouldn't want to say shit about me, because if I get into this, it's gonna get real ugly real fast. Let's just say his already ugly ass selfies are going to need to be heavily filtered, because I'm gonna beat shit down his leg. Turtle says, good. I said, because it's infuriating that he thought it was okay to blow shit out of proportion and then force his shit to hit the fan and let his parents and principal I know about this. And I said, the shit wasn't that big a deal, and it was his fault all of this happened. He was a blind motherfucker and didn't want to face the fact that Johnny is a cunt. Then he gets his panties in a twist just because he wasn't invited to the fucking mall, like I wasn't invited, nor was the mall mentioned to me, and I don't give a fuck. Then he wants to be petty and break ties with you and doesn't want to solve this shit when he could have, and all would have been okay. But no, he just had to keep being a drama queen and wants to bitch his parents and the principal over something that he himself wanted to blow everything the fuck out of proportion. That's pretty much my thoughts on it. It's the most stupidest shit ever. Literally, he was being super dramatic about something that wasn't that big of a deal. And it was just very, very stupid. But as I've heard recently, because of Turtle getting called down and everything, I've heard that he is okay now. Everything is solved. He's not going like nothing else is happening. I'm pretty sure they're cool now. But there will be an update. There will be another update video if shit happens to hit the fan and shit happens to get even deeper, or something else happens and it goes back to this. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of everything that's going on. But this is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching my content. You can show your appreciation for my content by liking this video, subscribing, turning on my post notifications, or commenting constructive criticism. But I can take constructive criticism. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.